Hi, my name is Kate. How are you? And today I will be sharing to you my thoughts on Elle Kennedy's The Deal. I've listened to it on the Audible. I've used my credit to purchase it. So here are the thoughts that I have. I will read them to you because I cannot remember them. Maybe because I constantly read too many books, and this year my focus will be quality over quantity. You did not ask that. I know I'm blabbing. Here we go. So first is it's a series of off campus. This one is the first. The main characters were Hannah Wells and Garrett Graham. It was published on February 24, 2015. I read it December 2022, and we are now in January. I just thought it would be nice to share this because I have nothing else to do. The genre is about sport romance, college rom-com. It's about fake dating. There are many spices in here. I'm going to share them later so that you will be watching my YouTube, or you can just forward it to the end. I promise. So here we go. I'm gonna use my phone. I think this is better than the laptop. So there is a trigger warning for the R word and for domestic violence. YouTube, please do not flag me for that. Um, she has a crush. Oh wait, there are spoilers. I'm so sorry. I'm new to this. I wanted to be spontaneous so you can feel my, I don't know how to pronounce it, genuine thoughts. So here we go. I'm so sorry. Bear with me. I'm new to this. At first, Justin was mysterious, then annoying, and Garrett was right about him. Garrett is a superstar athlete, funny, patient to Hannah, gentleman, super sweet, and romantic. Next is Ali is the roommate and bestie of Hannah, the main character, and she's actually very sweet and caring. She's also very loyal. I love Garrett's voice. It sounded like a daddy Garrett. Every time that I listened to his voice, I was like, I was like that. I was like that. I'm sorry. Um, I love his first smile, her first smile to her. Like, I don't know how they do that, but he said that when she smiled to him, it was like it reaches the. I'm like, I don't know how they do that, but okay, enough already. I love how persistent Garrett is. I love the lesson learned, which is baby steps, which apply for everyone because I feel like in this day we always want it to be like instant gratification, instant. But Garrett, he taught us about the value of baby steps. I love how they motivate and support each other. His roommates, Logan, Dean, and Tucker, they are so funny and sweet and actually loyal. But there is a little red flag to Logan later on because actually it's in the end of the book. But I'm not gonna say the spoiler. I love how he has alcohol limit compared to his friends. Yeah, he immediately gets like migraine or headache or hangover after just few rounds of alcohol. Kendall was crazy. Thank God her name is Kendall because it reminds me of Kendall Jenner. The one, the one with beautiful with never mind. I love Logan's acronym. It's actually hilarious. I'm not gonna say the acronyms right now because that's a spoiler, but once you hear it, it's so funny. Even how he texts Garrett. Um, I love how he prioritized college over being drafted, which is actually good. As you can see, I'm Asian, I'm Filipino. We prioritize education. No, that's wrong. Pacquiao was actually became rich. Never mind. Um, it's unbelievable and funny how their first text is together between Hannah and Garrett. Cass and MJ are very irritating. Hannah's party rules are actually good. I'm not a party person, but I strongly believe that Hannah's party rules should be applied to all the girls around the world. It sounded like a speech, but you'll see. I love listening to Garrett's voice. He sounded real Garrett. Like when you see a person whose name is Garrett, well, based from my experience, that's how the Garrett and Audible sound. It's so Sexy. I love how Garrett helped her with all her issues and problems, which is not part of the deal, by the way. Garrett went extra mile to help Hannah, and I think that's very romantic and patient on his side. And he really raised the bars for men. I think this is the reason why people on TikTok calls him Daddy Garrett, because he is the real daddy. I'm the big boy. Mm. Hannah's visit, Hannah's first visit to his place was so funny. When his friends were first introduced, it's so funny, especially Dean. He fell first. Oh my god, I always want the trope of he she fell first but he fell harder, but this time no. Oh, I think Hannah was just in the denial, but Garrett fell in love first. Hannah's home community, which is Indiana. I'm not gonna go backpacking Indiana anymore. Although this is just a fiction, it's very awful. It really shows you that power is power, like the one in Game of Thrones. Yeah, there's it actually no, that's a spoiler. Spoiler. Hannah's voice is something that I can point my finger at. She sounded like bored, like weird, with all due respect to the Audible. Maybe she's just trying to live the character of Hannah, but she sounded tired and bored to me. And sometimes I found myself like um, speeding up whenever Hannah speaks. I think that's the reason why I have to re listen to it again and again. Maybe not because I'm in love with the Garrett's voice or Garrett's character, but because of the Hannah's voice. I feel like I have to internalize myself. Maybe because of the trauma of the drama and everything. But yeah, I wasn't like that invested to Hannah's voice. That's my phone, sorry, let me silent it. I'm very proud of Hannah's parents. I'm not gonna explore more on that. The story and the plot twist at the beginning. My actually, this is like I read so many books that the plot twist and the story and the character development of The Deal by Elle Kennedy was actually wow. Wow. They first sleep together in the room is a sword murder. Oh my god, I can this is from Guy's perspective, okay? They first sleep together was amazing. When she caught him out, when she caught him with Tiffany, and I was laughing so hard. It's amazing how they both open up to each other and support them emotionally. I swan what I swoon. Oh my god, the Filipino in me is coming out. I'm doing this in English because I want to enhance my English skill. The scene with Hannah and Dean is supposed to be funny. Yeah, this is actually one of the reasons I read this book, because on TikTok they said that the funny scene is when they kiss and then kiss another. I was like, on Hannah's thought it's funny, but on Garrett, it's like disloyal or an appreciation or something like that. Although it's just like a tiny part of the story, but yeah, loyalty is everything. When they had their first practice for Loverboy, I swoon like. I was smiling every time Garrett speaking. Bo Maxwell was actually nice and kind. Their chemistry is amazing. I may not love Hannah's voice, but their characters' chemistry. Oh la la, French kiss, blah 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 blah. When she got drunk, I was laughing and swooning. Yeah, oh my god, the hype over TikTok on Garrett is for real. He was her designated um, bodyguard, defender, was, and the dance. I don't know how to feel about the dance. I don't know if I should feel sad because of his POVs about it, or happy because it's their first dance. But anyways, you have to research that singer. And the song. Did I mention the song? I think I was so busy swooning about it and squeezing my heart like something electronic went to my heart that increases it. But yeah, I'm surprised how his teammates were kind, funny, and not a bunch of problematic people. Maybe I'm so used with a college athletes being like, douchebag. Is that how you pronounce it? But his friends, they are actually very nice. Surprise. The amount of extra mile and hard work Garrett did for her made my standard with men too high. Okay. Self control, respect. He has the like for real. When they first did the deed, well, not that real deed, but they're like, first stage of the deed, he was very disciplined and patient. And I cannot believe how Elle Kennedy made, like, Garrett a guy with self discipline. Like, he went extra mile for her. And he really said, this is for her, not for me. And the self control he have, amazing. Garrett is so funny and always make a joke even if she's crying. Like, can you imagine you are crying and then the guy, your guy friend, jokes about you or something? It's real sweet. Her story is heartbreaking. Just feel like my 88 personalities are coming out right now. The story, I cannot get over it. Like, why? I'm not gonna talk about the drama or story. It's just going to make me cry. The way his dad treated him was also heartbreaking and it's depressing. It made me realize that not all rich kids are like in a fairy tale bubble. They also have their own struggle, their own story. I didn't have that much. So when he was mad but still gave him his yeah, he was mad but he still gave her jacket. The first fight was actually both handled maturely. Yeah, they are not like the typical characters like when they fight like this. No, they are college students who take care of their business in a very mature way. Very mature. I was like, oh, here comes the drama. But nope. Elle Kennedy said, you thought. But no. I love how he listened to her even if it's late night. Yeah, she was practicing and all, and he was tired and beaten up, but he still took time. So when people said if he wanted, he'd do it. That's for real. His dad is not human. He's brutal. Yep. I love how he's observant and caring about everyone around him. Garrett. The car scene was devastating, but it turned out to be everyone's favorite. Yeah, why am I like this? Yeah, because I've enjoyed the book so much and I want you to feel it. It's amazing how Garrett was very observant. As you can see, I'm focused on Garrett because of all the books that I've read, he really raised the bar, the standard so high. And they have a family event at home in his home, and he was very keen and observant about everything. The tiny details is how many French kiss do I have to give to Garrett Crab? Not a fan of what happened between Garrett and Rob in the game, especially with the disciplinary action that Garrett went through. I just think it's unfair knowing that the people already knew the reason why, but they still gave him that. It's just unfair, but that's part of life. Like, life is not fair for others. For me, life is fair. That's why I'm making this video. I know nothing about sport, but when Hannah discuss it, like, oh, this, when they really go to the detail to describe the sport, woman, I know nothing about the sport. Don't describe to me. I didn't like that. but maybe you do the like sport. So when Garrett had his moment, oh my god, I cried. Hannah had many moments, but when Garrett had his moment, it's just tiny bit. But I cried. I cried. I actually cried many times over this book, but anyways, not my favorite. When the trauma of Hannah wasn't solved on the other end, and when Garrett's cause of trauma, basically both their trauma's cause were not solved, and I didn't like that. I really didn't like that. Why would you write a story when it wasn't? Ah, yeah, I got it, Elle Kennedy. You want to show the reality of life, that not everything is solved. Fine. Okay, I got you, girl. Chapter 40 was There Are No Words. I lost for words. Chapter 40. Yeah. Chapter 41 made me cry and inspired at the same time. Chapter 41's high made my heart somersault and laughing. I'm not saying when you get the Audible, you immediately jump to 40 and 41. But, my favorite quote is, let me say it. I'll believe it when I see it. January 1st will no longer be just a new year to me. It's now the official happy birthday, Gram. When her dad, Justin, Sean, on the last part of the book, okay, yeah, on the last part of the book of the Audible, when I listened, I actually replayed it so many times. When I listened to Hannah's dad, Sean, Alice's boyfriend, and his dad, Garrett, they all sounded like Garrett's voice, but with just a little flick. I was like, what is going on? Why it sounded like Garrett? But who am I to judge? I'm just listening to it. The New Year call. You should listen to. Oh my god. Elle Kennedy, this girl, she saved the best part on the last chapter. So did not finish this. Do not put this on your DNF list because she really said, "Oh, I'm gonna save the best for last." What? I died when he found out why nobody goes out with her. I wish all men were like him. Although many of us also like Zayn Meadows. It's so funny when she saw Jimmy again. Yeah, when she saw Jimmy, I was like, Jimmy was so funny. Oh, this is another favorite of me, and probably many people have read it. Chapter 44 was so funny and squeezed my heart. The locker room incident. The locker room incident was so funny. I want to say it, but it's a spoiler. Oh my god, my neighbor's dog. Ignore. Another favorite quote. This is the good part. This is the good part. Logan's look to Hannah just gave me a sign. Yeah. When Hannah described her POV, I was like, oh, like that. Really like, I cannot with the. I'm imagining it, but I can see it. It was a happy ending. Happy, 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 happy. Was a happy ending. I highly recommend this book. I'm sorry if I say too much. I'm sorry if I speak like this. As you can see, I made YouTube channel because it's better to share than speaking with my 88 personalities. This is a highly recommended book. I strongly suggest you include this to your book. The Audible is very easy to listen to. I actually was laughing while I'm listening to this, and the reason why I love this is because I find myself smiling, grinning, and laughing out loud every time I'm listening to it. Not only because I am obsessed with Garrett Graham boys, but because the story, the comedy, the rom-com, the spices. 4.5. Yeah, only 4.5 because I'm also into dark romance. But I want this to be light, so I'm starting with the rom-com. and simple college romance. Oh, I know. Here we go. Your favorite spice chapter. Where are you? Spice chapter 24, 25, 29, 36, and partially 37. You're welcome. You're welcome. You will love the car scene and the song that goes along with it. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Like and subscribe. I know I'm crazy. Please don't judge me. This is me being sincere and honest. Do you want me to lie to you? Do you want me to be fake to you? No, you don't. So don't judge me. Bye.